Hi, I'm Greg Zilka, the mayor of the city of Avon Lake, and I'm proud to be your mayor, and I'm completing my 7th year as your mayor. We've had a very successful year.
All right, this is Marty O'Donnell, Council President in Avon Lake.
I'm Todd Danielson, Chief Utilities Executive of Avon Lake Regional Water.
I'm Joe Reitz. I'm the Public Works Director for the City of Avon Lake.
I'm Duane Streator, the Chief of Police of Avon Lake.
I'm Jeremy Betsa. I'm the new Avon Lake Fire Chief.
My name is Pinchek. I'm the Director of Recreation for the City of Avon Lake.
My name is Todd Esborn. I am the Economic Development Director for the City of Avon Lake.
I'm Barb Cagley. I'm Director of the Digital Media Department.
It's a great honor to serve as mayor, especially during the bicentennial year. 2019 is our 200th anniversary, as many people know. We decided to start it with a bang on July 3rd of 2018 and carry it through to July 4th of 2019. And the whole Bicentennial Commission and their efforts has been just absolutely astounding.
Our bicentennial runs from July 3rd of 2018 to July 4th of 2019. So it's a whole year of celebration here in the city. Barb Cagley of the Digital Media Department was asked to be the chair of the bicentennial celebration, and she and I worked together starting at the end of 2017, planning out events for the bicentennial.
We started our planning for the bicentennial with a survey we sent out to the citizens and residents of Avon Lake. And this really gave us a good foundation for how we wanted to proceed in what kind of events we wanted to do, what kind of image that we thought it should have, and give us an insight to who our residents are, and then turn that around and use it to develop the bicentennial. It also used it to develop the bicentennial logo.
The bicentennial magnets are, probably the most popular marketing piece that we have for the bicentennial. And if you don't have one yet, you can actually pick one up at the Digital Media Department on the lower level of the library, or any number of city businesses.
One of the other things that was very successful this year, and a lot has to do with the Bicentennial Committee, was the Beer Fest, which was the newest event to come to Avon Lake at Miller Road Park, and that turns out to be, we got a lot of recommendations to have that again, do it again. So that's something else we're going to take a look at. It's a great event and brings a lot of people into the city, and those are popular and good things to have.
We're particularly proud of the Beer Fest, which went extremely well.
The Beer Festival was very ambitious on the part of the Bicentennial Committee. For a first-year festival, the brewers told us that we shouldn't expect more than 500 people. We really felt we could make a bigger splash than that.
The beer festival had about 2,000 people attend. It was family friendly, it was dog friendly, and the reviews were very positive.
We put together a comprehensive campaign. We learned more about doing advertising and sponsorship and boosting on Facebook, and took advantage of that. Really got the word out there. Created a lot of buzz, and we saw great end results because of it. The department support that we got from Public Works on setup, and Parks and Rec with the knowledge that their team could bring, and police and fire and their support to make everything go smoothly. It really was an all-city effort, supported totally by council and the mayor, so it really, everybody pulled together to bring something.
We hope that you had an opportunity to attend some of the activities that we have presented. In 2019, we are going to be winding up a vast number of the sewer replacement projects.
The 45 area sewer separation project is going on, which includes sanitary sewer, water line, storm sewer, and road rehabilitation. And then the Curtis sewer rehabilitation project was going on, which was stormwater and wastewater. So those were two big projects, and then those relate to the lateral separation that homeowners are doing. So a lot of work so that we can comply with our deadline of the end of 2019 to separate all sewers within Avon Lake.
In 2018, we worked very closely with Avon Lake Regional Water on the sewer separation project in the top 45 area. 7,000 feet of streets over there, so there was a lot of work between roads being rebuilt, which is where my area comes in, the storm sewers being put in, drainage in the tree lawns going in. That all falls underneath my area of that project, because we completely rebuilt the streets, which is something that we've been doing in the past couple of years, where we go in and people that live in that area are going to notice how much smoother and much more level the street is. Plus, because we completely rebuilt it all the way down and started all from new, it should be there for a very long time, and it should handle up much better to the garbage trucks and school buses that may come through there. You'll see a new park playground going in Overlook Park in 2019. That's something that was planned for. We mentioned that at the resident meeting that we were going to be doing that. It's going to be an awesome playground. It's going to be really, really cool when it's all done. We appreciate everybody's patience for this project because it's been going on a while.
We're very appreciative for all that have done that work, and we're also appreciative to our customers in the Curtis area and the 45 area as we undertake this construction in their neighborhoods. It definitely is a burden upon them, and we appreciate all of the work that they have had to deal with and their understanding during those projects. We demolished our old 1968 water tower. So it was 50 years old, and unfortunately it was not tall enough, and it was much smaller than was necessary, and it would have taken too much investment to keep it running. So we demolished it because back in 2017 we put online a big 3 million gallon water tank. We have started the project for our emergency interconnection with the city of Elyria. So that is an 8 million gallon per day emergency connection, so that if we are not able to provide water, we can get at least 8 million gallons a day from Elyria. And if they are not able to provide water, we can provide them 8 million gallons a day. So it's two local jurisdictions working together to better serve the residents of our respective areas. We have been putting in water fountains, for instance, at Redwood Elementary School. They are ADA accessible, but also because people like to use water bottle fillers, they have the water bottle filling stations now.
Through our department, working with council and working with the residents, we also put that traffic light in on Weber Road at 83. That project had been talked about for a while with many of the residents that lived in that area.
The Weber Road traffic light, which everybody knows, trying to get out, and that has made a major difference both in traffic and volume, and helps the whole business community on that street.
People might not necessarily notice or know the faces or see the faces or know the names of the guys that work in our department, but they definitely see all the effects of the work that these guys do. And
right now we're winding down, as you look out the window, the leaf season. And as you know, the leaves fell very, very late this year, and they fell all about the same time, except for those pesky oak leaves that stay up there for a while.
We just finished our 2 heaviest pickups of the season, and it took about 3 weeks to get from this one, get all across the city and pick up all the leaves. And overall, we'll take in about 9,000 cubic yards full of leaves that we will then compost and get back to the residents. We hosted Tree City USA in 2018 at a Hearns Party Center and had very positive results. It was the Northern Ohio communities all came and celebrated us being a tree city, and it was a fun event that we hosted. We had so many positive comments even from the state. It took people on tours of our compost facility behind the service garage. Something that hit us in 2018 and 19 is the prices of road salt. So working with my guys doing the snow plowing and being much more conscious about how we apply salt.
Obviously with the streets, which is a concern that everybody has, we're going to try to put anywhere between 1.5 to 2 million to have street repairs, which we know we need. And the other thing which we're going to do is begin to start a sidewalk repair program and a bike path program to take a look at where repairs can be made, and begin to do that on a yearly basis, because we know a lot of people walk, bike That's a popular thing in communities, and there are some of these things that we need to do. One of the things that Councilman Koss wanted to do was do solar power crosswalks, and we're going to implement about a couple more of those in the city as well. We were real happy with the ones that we've had, and he's been an important person to push that along.
We are negotiating a new trash contract. We've gone out for bids. We're doing this with the consortium, with Avon now joining the forces, and 11 townships are part of that. And we had great success in keeping your trash rates low. We've had basically the same rates for 5 years, and that alone is an accomplishment. Also, and this is very important, on January 1st, we will move from bulk pickup from the second week to the first week. So the first week of trash pickup in 2019 is on Monday, January 7th. That will also be your bulk pickup. And from then on in, we will have the first Monday of the month being bulk pickup day.
In the fair weather, my guys are the ones that take care of all the parks and the playgrounds, and particularly whether it's the soccer fields or lacrosse fields or baseball fields, or starting up and getting that pool ready for the seasonal people to come in here and open it up to the public. That's all the kind of behind the scenes stuff that my guys do.
And the public service department does a phenomenal job in assisting us with getting the fields ready and the parks beautiful, and accommodating anything that we need to provide our programs for the residents.
Recreation is a quality of life thing, which is very important to every community.
So we partnered with the local business owners, and we renovated an old movie theater in the old shopping center. We transformed the space into a gymnasium, one size court, or a high school size court that has 2 smaller courts going the opposite ways. We actually have a batting cage suspended from the ceiling. We have 6 glass backboards, a curtain that separates the 2 courts. We have 4 pickleball courts, 2 volleyball courts. We offer fitness classes in the morning and the evening, and have been very successful and very popular. At the Anchor, we offer some Friday night activities, which is a big part of our curriculum down there. And Kenzie Roberts runs our Friday night activities, and she actually came up with the idea of doing a murder mystery down there. We had, close to 50 kids that took part in it. It's the first time ever that we did a murder mystery, and I know the kids had a great time. And we're going to keep fluctuating and offering different events for Friday night activities. We had a pretty good year at the pool, not as good as it could have been because of the weather. The whole year in 2018 was pretty rainy and wet. Cleveland.com actually stated that July was the 6th wettest July in the history of Cleveland. So put a little damper on our pool season as well as our baseball, softball season. One thing that we are going to add next year to our menu over at the pool is the city is purchasing an air fryer, which will increase our menu options. Our pool passes will start going on sale in February, which we are very hopeful that you'll be able to buy pool passes online, for the first time ever. We also oversee the old firehouse, which sits right at the intersection of Lake Road and Route 83. And our seniors populate that building with a lot of their programs, from ballroom dances to Alcoholics Anonymous to Canasta to Dominoes to yoga classes to a walking group. We have lunch and learns down there. Anything that we can do to provide services to the senior community, we try to do. And so, Boo by the Woods is a huge program of ours that we offer at Halloween in the fall. And our staff does a great job, and the library and our city council that takes part in that, they do phenomenal jobs with those things. Weather kind of limited us to what we could offer because it is an outdoor event, with the high winds and the rain that we did have. As I did mention, it's been a wet and rainy year. So next year we're hoping to grow that program even more. It is well attended by thousands of people.
We've had incredible response for the Light Up the Park, which happened on November 30th. When the lights went on, there was a collective go up around the park, and it was really a positive experience. I continue getting notices from people and emails and congratulations on the success in decorating the park. And so we're very grateful for our police and fire department. They do a great job.
Probably one of our biggest projects that we had and completed was our dispatch upgrade project. which also included new radio equipment for our officers in the street that makes them a lot safer. When we moved in November of 2000, it's been 18 years, so it was time to upgrade the equipment. And we've got the latest digital equipment, which provides a lot more safer environment for the officers and the community that we serve. This year was a change in the police department. We did have 2 retirements in the police department. Lieutenant Mike Bulger and Patrolman Bernie Koltiska both retired in 2018. And to replace them, we've added 2 new officers, Lyndon Odie and Andrew Robinson. We have included another school resource officer. Officer Bobby Walborn has been assigned to the Learwood School. This is a great opportunity to interact with the youth of Avon Lake on a daily basis. The Big Trucks event is always my favorite. That's something that we've been doing for numerous years now, and it provides a great opportunity for the youth of our community, and we get to show off what we do on a regular basis, which is really fun for the officers involved in that. And the community seems to enjoy it very, very much.
Well, our big event that we do every year is our Big Trucks event. It happens every year in September. It's the 3rd Saturday in September, and we get thousands of people to come out, and we get every department in the city participates, as well as departments throughout the county, and even some state and federal departments. They come out, they bring their big vehicles, and we have the public come in, and it's a way to show the public what we do here. They get to see all the vehicles, they get to go through them.
Some of the other programs that we've done in the police department in 2018 is a continuation of a lot of our safety programs. Our Community Police Academy, we graduated another class of 14 people that they had a great time. The other events that we do throughout the year is interacting with the public as much as possible. We had our helmet program that provides ice cream cones for children that are riding their bikes safely with the helmets. And we're patrolling and doing proactive patrolment. We go door to door and provide the residents with safety information to help protect their valuables in their residence. One of the things that we've been involved in 2018, quick response team, and this is in response to the opiate epidemic. When a person has survived an overdose, we've partnered with Lacataway and also the Addis Board of Lorain County, where we go out and make contact with the person that has overdosed and or their family to help provide some resources to them to prevent any of this occurring in the future.
So each year for major safety vehicles, we put down say $150,000 in a fund to begin to fund those, so that money is available when the time comes, say in 2 or 3 years, that the money's there to be able to pay off the vehicles, and you don't have to go into the fund in case times get tough. We're going to do another facility study of the fire department and the police department in terms of, and possibly the court in terms of the size. I haven't looked at it for a while. Might be needing more space. There's more employees there now.
So we've upped our staffing level to accommodate the increase in run volume. So we've actually hired 6 new firefighter paramedics. Some of those positions were created through retirements, people leaving the department, but we actually were able to add 2 new positions. One of the other events we do is our fallen firefighter ceremony that takes place in October. We line that up with the National Fallen Firefighter Memorial Ceremony. If you've ever visited our fire station, you're familiar with the bell out front, and we have a little ceremony. We ring the bell, and it's to signify our respect and our dedication to the brothers and sisters who have lost their lives, not only in the act of firefighting, but fellow firefighters that have lost their lives. We've had a couple this year that have personally touched us. It's sad, but it's also a good way for us to show respect. So we enjoy that. Every year is our poster contest. It's in conjunction with our fire safety talks at the schools. We're in all the schools every year for fire safety. And every year we invite the 2nd graders and the 4th graders to participate in a poster contest. Award winners are brought to the fire station, and we have a little event with cake and snacks and stuff like that. So, and they're presented with their award. And that's something we do every year, so we always look forward to that. And it's one of those little things that lets not only the kids know, but the parents know that fire safety is an important thing for us, and we want to encourage them to continue that. So we've had a couple people that were actually here this year, 4th grade winners, who also won in 2nd grade, so it's nice to see their continued efforts towards fire safety.
Periodically, we need to review what our plans are and the layout of the city is, and how we can make adjustments to make that a better and make Avon Lake a better place.
For an economic development professional, a comprehensive land use plan provides a lot of support and guidance in the direction to go, which businesses to engage, the shape that different areas of the city are going to take based on the feedback from the city. There are two events that we do every year. In the spring, we have our North Coast Business Expo. We had about 30 businesses participating, and more than anything this year, we wanted the expo to be a networking event where there was business-to-business opportunity to make connections. That was in April, and then every fall we do our Shop Local event. In the past, we celebrated it on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We wanted to open that up a little bit. So this year we expanded it to be a 9-day event, stretching from Black Friday to the first day of December. We are hoping that with this expanded format, we generate some more business for these local shops and restaurants. We're trying to have a little bit more of an economic impact on the businesses. One thing that has become very clear this year with all of the ribbon cuttings that we've done is that the most valuable piece of our ribbon cuttings is the video that we generate on Facebook. Often, they will be among the most viewed videos that the city puts up, that week or month, and I am then able to show the business owner how many people have viewed the video of their opening, their ribbon cutting.
The digital media does TV. We also do all the marketing for the city. We do the website, maintain the Facebook account for the city. We also do email, broadcast emails.
In 2018, we did adopt a new city seal. It was designed by the digital media director, Barb Cagley, and we thought we'd update it.
We designed the city seal to reflect what we heard in the survey. So the new seal has a tree in it because we really appreciate our parks in this city. We have the lake, of course, with our beautiful sunsets. And then we changed what was previously kind of a rocky edge and put in a shoreline that can be interpreted as the shore, or it can be interpreted as the bike paths that we have quite a few of here in the city. So it really was a nice opportunity to update. We took real information that we got from that survey to do the updates.
And we had wheat along the border. We changed that to grapes because we thought that better reflected the history of Avon Lake.
We did a lot of update of our technology this year. We started unexpectedly to update all the equipment in council chambers. We were hoping to do that in 2019, but things kept breaking.
One of the things that we did with Barb Cagley's staff, and we had worked on it with the administration as well, and the mayor, was dealing with the council chamber. We had a lot of complaints on the sound system. We had complaints on the cameras. Most of this equipment that we had beforehand was equipment that goes back to the 1990s. Some of it was back in the 2002. It was kind of run by Band-Aids and glue for the most part, and it was a time to replace it because that equipment was on the verge of actually falling apart.
It didn't make any sense to fix old equipment when we knew we wanted to buy new equipment. So we took it all out and put in new cameras to bring us up to the standards of 2018. This year the department took on another project putting out a newsletter for our residents. We really wanted a way to communicate with all our residents. The newsletter really focuses on what's happening in City Hall to give people a better sense of what their city is doing for them.
Out of everything that has happened, what was my favorite? That's really difficult.
Getting that light up at Weber and 83 was probably, you know, if I really sit back and think about it, that was big because that's something that we've been working on for years.
One of the favorite things was watching the success and the work and the effort of the volunteers dealing with the Beer Fest, which I thought was just a great success, and the reconfiguration of the council chamber room where we put money into that to people have a better view of the meetings and have a better sound system for the meetings, which had been an ongoing problem for that. So we were happy to be able to invest in that and get those things done.
The Beer Fest was our own, and I was very pleased how well that came off. Again, we received many compliments for that. Most recently, Light Up the Park was a special moment that really was very well received by those who attended, and now people just driving by.
Probably the community interaction. As I said, big trucks, the fireworks, they did have the Beer Fest where we get to go out and interact with the community. Probably the most positive thing in 2018 is the opportunity to work with the finest men and women that serve the community of Avon Lake.
There's Boo by the Woods, you know, because it's just a great activity. You know, I love Halloween, and you know, Halloween is a lot of fun, and you know, we get a lot of attention to that. The Cavs assisting us with the grand opening of the Anchor, that was special. That was just a unique thing. That was something that the community got behind.
My favorite thing that happened this year was a little selfish, but being promoted to the fire chief. Chief Herner is actually retiring. I've worked with him the last 2 months on preparing myself to handle the responsibilities of the fire chief's position. So that's been my most exciting part. So I look forward to continuing his success at the fire station.
My favorite thing this year was to actually kick off the bicentennial. We started work on it in 2017, and for it to actually start.
The ribbon cutting at Drug Mart Health Solutions. At that event, legislators from the local, county, state, and federal level. I don't think I've ever had representatives from every level of government at an event before. So that was a first. In October, when we opened up CCM Beauty and Spa Salon, an entrepreneur who came to me and she said, you know, this is my first business and I'm looking for a space, and it'll be my first space. We were able to find her, the city was, we were able to find her the space where she ultimately opened her salon business. So it's particularly meaningful when an entrepreneur comes to you and you know, you're able to be with them for that many steps in the process. So that was a very happy moment as well this year. One of the things I'm looking most forward to in 2019 is the completion of that new comprehensive land use plan.
Well, I hope that we can work on improving the parks. One thing I'm very proud of over the last 7 years is we have improved the maintenance of the parks. We want to make recreation opportunities more available.
We will finish the 45 project. We will undertake Avondale, and those are the last two separations in the street that we need to do.
I'm really looking forward to the July 4th festival because it's going to be phenomenal. Beyond that, there's just, you know, every year it's so exciting and there's so many things coming, you know, putting a little gazebo at Veterans Park.
And I'm looking forward to growing the department, program-wise, you know, growing the department so all our programs are successful. I'd like to offer our programs so, you know, we hit on every age demographic. We hit on every demographic there is, period, you know, just to offer programs that everybody wants.
So next year, my hope is to continue to grow and progress this department. I'm looking forward to next year being a boring year, so to speak, as far as people moving around, promotions and hirings and such, but to really progress forward, now we can all get comfortable in the position we're in and start taking steps to move forward and making this department better year over year.
What I'm most excited about in 2019 is our new website. At the end of the bicentennial, we're going to go out with the bicentennial website and in with a new city website.
One of the things that I'm trying to do is do the Citizens app. This would give a different way to communicate with City Hall. You'd be able to get an app to basically, if you saw a pothole, you saw a street light that was out, and you can send it right into the city, and the city will give you an answer back that they've got it. That they're looking at the issue, and that when they get it done, they'll send you back an answer that it was accomplished. The other item which we're kind of rolling out is dealing with the no-knock legislation, and there'll be a registration where you can get a sticker from the city once you apply. If they do go to your door, knock on it, you can tell them that you're not supposed to be here. And you can call the police. There'll be a trespass violation against that individual if he does not leave. Now, this will not apply to nonprofit groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Kiwanis.
In 2018, it was a great year, and it was a pleasure to serve the community through the Recreation Department with all our programs and activities. In 2019, we're looking for more of the same, if not better.
I just want to say thank you to the business community for taking me in and allowing me to be part of the decisions that you make and the strategies that you make for the future, because it's been very rewarding here in these first few years, and I'm really looking forward to working with you in the future as well.
I'm really proud to have this job working for the city. It has been really exciting to be out in the community and feel all the positive energy coming back from people around the city celebration.
And we're really proud to have been able to provide these services to our customers in 2018 and look forward to even doing better in 2019.
2018 was a very good year for the Avon Lake Police Department. I look forward to 2019 and being a very prosperous and safe new year for our residents of this community.
I just want to say again, Happy New Year to everyone.
We have a lot to be grateful for in Avon Lake. We hope that 2019 brings you nothing but health and happiness and goodwill toward all.